I realized my mic was muted the entire time. Welcome to Tier 4, first race of the weekend for Suzuka. And as you can tell by the retirements, this is going to be a chaotic one. I'm PIRA Bianchi, serving a 2-race ban right now. And as we look at it right now, we're watching Fire King do his, well, I assume last lap of the session. Coming out the final corner, he will put himself P5 with a 128.4 flat. Nice lap by him. Alright, TJ Boy also reserve on his lap now. Originally was a full-time Tier 4 driver for Red Bull Racing, but lost Xbox Gold and he's in the gravel. Let's go ruin his lap. He's a 10th up. Florian Foley also reserve. I think he might be on an in lap. I'm not 100% sure though. Oh yeah, he's already past the end. He's about to get to the end of Sector 2. We'll see if he's up in his time. Judging by where his time's at right now, he definitely is not. CF1 Herald's 2 tenths up coming off the final corner out of the chicane with DRS enabled. He's at 128, 129, 129.095, 1,000th off his best time. Just could not get it to improve. Conducting an MP wanting to take pole back away from GSE Arthur, who took it away by only about 200s. Going to the end of Sector 1, he's 5 tenths down. Unless he can find some major improvements out of these last 2 sectors, I don't think he's going to get any time out of this. I turn on party analog because I don't trust myself right now. There we go. So we're about to reach the end of Sector 2 for the Mercedes driver conducting an MPA. He is going off to the end of Sector 2. We'll see if he's up or down at this time. Now through Sector 2, he is 5 tenths down still. Any chance he's having a pole right now, it's not going to happen as it seems right now. The chicane one more time for the Mercedes driver. DRS is going to be flicked on. Nope, it will not. He'll go into the pits. Alright, TJ Boy's only 300ths off his best Sector 1 time. Maybe we could see him improve by a ton to take pole away. Wouldn't count on it though. FaZe is 3 seconds up on his time, though with where he's at right now, he's about 7 seconds back from P9 to heaven, which would be CF1 Herald. Does not look like he'll be moving up any spots. He's gonna swings, goes a bit wide out of the final corner. And he does improve to 132.8, but still 3 seconds back from CF1 Herald ahead. Abdul's 8 seconds up. That may put him ahead of his teammate FaZe. And that is going to be yep, it does. P11. Only about 100th off the Haas driver Magic Graham ahead. An evil Matrix, 1 minute left. Championship contender still. And looking to take pole away from GSE Arthur, who has only just joined the league not too long ago. And that's car wide ahead. That is a Haas that causes Matrix to go wide. Might distract him a bit. Magic Graham was the car went off ahead of him. And he's going to spin it out. And he will not hit anything. And the tires may not be too badly damaged. That's a Haas going off right ahead. Or not a Haas, a Williams, excuse me. 2 cars going off right in the same corner. That's a Red Bull retired right there as well. Chris Pang coming out of the yellow sector right there. 3 tenths up. Improving by 3 tenths would keep him in P4. And I wouldn't count on Rowdy improving his times. And actually, Crispy is coming up on Rowdy. So we could maybe see the Williams impede the Ferrari. We don't really want to see that. But as it stands right now, it could happen with how destroyed the Rowdy tires are most likely. It's shot actually had the pole at the beginning of the session, has just started his lap, only barely made it to the line. Chris Payne 3 tenths up. He needs to find a lot of time out of the final sector if he wants to maybe snag P3 away from its shot, who himself is on a flying lap right now. Going through chicane, gets a nice entry onto the first little corner. And beautiful exit. Coming off the final corner, he will go up He'll improve, but sat 1/10 behind its shot. Its shot actually retires. He crashed right where Evil Matrix and Rowdy went off. That seems to be a very adventurous spot for a lot of these drivers. Jesse Arthur on pole 1/10 up ahead of conducted MPA. His conducted good improvement this time. He's 7/10 up according to his Sector 1 stuff. But we'll see where he's at. Coming to the end of Sector 1, which he is not too far away from currently. Through the S's. And a very wide, and that's around he goes. Pressure's gained him. He's gonna hit the wall with the rear of his car. His chance of setting a lap time is over. He'll most likely retire that car. Almost spins it again, trying to get it back going. And JC Arthur's actually spun it too. Something's happened to him. I think Rowdy TJ Boy might be on a lap too. Well, whatever lap that may be, it doesn't look to be a good one on his 3-lap old softs. We'll see what Crispy and Rowdy have to say for Sector 2 times. Those seats are on an in-lap. 7/10 down and 1.5 seconds down. So, even right now, oh, yep, now definitely, GSC Arthur has pole on lock. CF1 Harold had a really big snap of oversteer coming out of the hairpin. That's going to disable him from maybe taking pole position away from GSC Arthur ahead. We'll see if he can still improve on his Sector 2 time though. Maybe he'll move up to P8 ahead of Florian Foley, who's only 11 thousandths ahead of him. He is 1/10 up. So yeah. That's actually one Reynolds spun up ahead. That might be JSC Arthur. And it was. Coming out of the final chicane. DRS will be flicked open now. And he will move. I don't know if he moved up. I did not see. P8. Didn't move up to P8. So JSC Arthur and conducted MPA will make up your front row. They're not too much separating them, only 28,000 separating them. We could see a very good battle for victory. Second row will be made up by It's Shot 16 and the Renault and Crispy Hang. Rally TJ Boy and Fire King will be on the third row. The fourth row belongs to Evil Matrix and CF1 Harold. And the fifth row and the girl will belong to Florian Foley and Magic Ram. And FaZe has a 5-place grid penalty, so we'll see him move down to P17. Here is the rest of your qualifying grid. The Red Bulls, not to diss them at all, but they seem quite off the pace compared to the previous rounds. So maybe, if we could maybe see them go for a recovery drive and get themselves maybe up into points, that'd be amazing for them to see. And now I'll go over my favorites once we get into the formation lap. As it seems to be a sunny one, few clouds in the sky, but does not look like to be a threat of rain, as it seems right now. One favorite must be Crocky. From P20 on the grid, doesn't seem likely, but you never know in Tier 4. You never know who could come out with a victory, as it seems. If conducted in Arthur Crash, you never know who could win this. And it showed with CJ after its shot and conducted came into contact. CJ took full advantage of it and took the win at Canada last weekend. This is the first ever time GSR has been to Suzuka ever since Season 2, and that was almost exactly 1 year ago. December 14th of 2019 was the last time GSR has been to this track. Anyways, as we form up the grid, I'll go over my favorites. First favorite's obviously going to be JSC Arthur, who's currently subbing in for Dominant Square, who was unable to show today. JSC Arthur was on a class of his own during qualifying. He was flying for all the laps he did have, and then his race pace is also amazing too. So I could definitely see him maybe coming out with something here, maybe a victory, and definitely a podium at the least. He's also shown all season that he has the pace too. At Austria, he did get the podium, and that was his first ever Tier 4 start. So we could see an amazing result by him. And I'm split between picking either conducted MPA or It's Shot for my second favorite, because they're both shown amazing pace as well, not only during qualifying, just the entire season. But I think I'm going to go with the other Renault of It's Shot, shot at Canada showed some amazing pace before coming into contact with Conducted, and he finished at P2 by over 8 seconds behind P3. And his shot all season, he's gotten 2 fastest laps to his name. Just waiting for that victory to come, as it seems. And maybe my outside pick would either be Rowdy TJ Boy or Fire King, maybe. But I'm not sure if Fire King is going to be able to finish this race, as he said in chat earlier today. So we'll see how that goes for him. Hopefully he will be able to. Conducted shots, and Rowdy racing no time getting to the line there. A solid 8 seconds ahead of everyone else behind. That's who GSR Arthur would be holding up. And that's Magic Graham crashing in the formation lap. I'm not sure how that happened. I'm expecting Arthur to be disqualified if he came into contact. Fire King is the last car we are waiting for to get up to the line. And once this goes, we will be seeing 20 cars barrel full speed into turn 1 at Suzuka for the first time in almost 10 months. It's going to be a good one today, I can already tell you. It's going to be a good one and a chaotic one. Which one is tier 4 has never not been chaotic? Because I cannot name a time where it hasn't been. Fire King's the last car we are waiting for to form up. I'll get the detail on real quick. And we'll be good. Fire King has now formed up. And we will go to the front then, as we wait for the lights to go on. And we are at 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 lights. It is lights out, and they're revving it up right now. And that's Rational Wizard's AI. As Evil Matrix gets a penalty for a jump start. Already we're seeing drama. Matrix boosting right out into the lead. That really caught Jesse Arthur, his shot off guard. You got a horrible start. As y'all sector 1 already, there's someone spun out in the back. That is FaZe from P17 in his starting spot after getting a 5-place grid penalty. Conducted's already settled back into the lead. Well, at least provisional lead, because Matrix has to serve a stop go. Another spun car in the back. That is Darkstrider in the AlphaTauri. And there's contact at Emerald Maesta and Florian Foley. Maesta almost saved it, but that is front wing damage for him. Major front wing damage. No front wing at all, actually. There's another car spun up ahead. That is actually Florian Foley, who's just now spun it himself. There's another car spun up as well as FaZe again. Going back up to the front, we'll see Crispy Hang and Rowdy TJ Boy maybe trying to skip up for position. And we've already seen a chaotic first lap. Rational Wizard's AI, he's currently being shown as leader, but his AI car did jump the start by a considerable margin. Only jumped the start by a considerable margin just by his own doings. Evil Matrix, who shot up to the lead from P5, I believe. There's Patrick VC passing Magic Ram per P13. And Patrick will also be trying to go for Sam Malicious, who's making his first ever Tier 4 start. 3-1-30R, I think Abdul got overtaken by Stevie Cat, who's currently trying to make his way through the field. And there's actually been no safety car on lap 1. And Matrix is going to be serving his drive-through after his jump start. I wouldn't count him out of the win still, because the safety car can easily come out right now. But right now, this puts Renault 2nd and 3rd right now, which is going to be a really good constructors for them. CJ is going to get by Magic Ram, and Abdul's going to set up Sam Malicious for a spot, maybe. And Sam does get the better exit. And Maesta, on top of his troubles, will get a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Yellow Sector 1 as a safety car. Fire King and Harold are out. That's a huge crash. That is exactly what Maesta and Matrix needed. Matrix having to serve a drive-through for his jump start, and Maesta breaking his front wing after a collision with Florian Foley. The leaders just want to get out in their gaps and start racing, but they did not get that, as it seems. And anybody who spun off lap 1 gets another chance at a start. I believe FaZe has lagged out. I'll re-invite him. And there's this pit stop strategy. We do not need that right now. Thank you for the useless features game. But will we see any pit stop takers? I don't think anyone in the top 5 or probably even top 10 is going to pit. CJ will pit. He doesn't have any wing damage, so I'm not sure what he's going for. Same with Magic Ram. Same Malicious also will. Crookie will stay out. We'll wait for Matrix to go back around and see if he'll pit. Matrix will stay out. Florian will not. Strider will not. And we'll wait for Patch. Patch and Mesa have just pit, so there's no reason for them to. Well, if Conducted isn't already the favorite to take this victory, I don't know who will. My favorites were the two Reynolds, but Conducted got an absolutely amazing start. I think both the Reynolds did get good starts, but got caught up by the Alfa Romeo's jump start and just couldn't react. There's this big stack up. I think Rational Wizard's AI caused that entire thing because everyone just slowed down. That's really TJ Boy with a collision penalty. There are two drivers in the points right now that have not scored anything yet. And those drivers would be Abdul, F1, and Crookie. Abdul and Crookie. Oh, we're having another stack up here. But Crookie's been racing since I believe Zamvor has not scored a point yet. And Abdul's been racing since Canada and has not done so as well. So maybe see if this could be their breakout day. And Stevie Cat gets a penalty for ignoring yellow flags. That's a very weird penalty. But yeah, I believe next lap safety car will be coming in because Emerald Meister's already caught up to the pack nearly. And usually a safety car does come in when everyone's caught up. And Matrix overtook Rational Wizard and we're seeing another stack up. CJ is coming to a dead stop. He's going to have to take a penalty for that when it comes to overtaking. His AI is causing multiple issues right now. Not intentionally at least, but definitely is. Back to the front of the field, Conducted MPA, still pacing, waiting for this race to get restarted. Along with JC Arthur and its shots, getting a bit antsy, maybe wanting to get by. Was that collision between the Renault and Mercedes, or that might have been the camera angle? Sorry for giving anyone false hopes about Conducted getting a time penalty. This game's AI, RFOL. Yeah, I can definitely agree to this one. It's caused multiple issues this race, and there's Patch VC going off. And yep, 18th place, which is last, that would be Emerald Meister's caught up to the pack. And I believe it will be coming in this lap then. Stevie Cat has not scored a podium, I believe, since his race victory at Baku. That could be wrong though, I will verify that information. And that is incorrect. The last time Stevie Cat has scored a podium was Zandvoort. And Zandvoort was round 5, we're at round 11 right now. Remember, Stevie Cat was somebody who were touting maybe go for the championship. And he is currently, I don't think he's even scored top 5 ever since Zandvoort. His pace drop off has been significant, as the other ones have started practicing a lot more, along with his own teammate Crispy Hang, who's came close to race wins himself but has not been able to get them. Crispy Hang's actually overtaken Stevie Cat. Yeah, that's allowed. They've allowed it. His car will be in this lap. They called it very late, so not everyone might be caught up by the time he gets going. And Crispy gets a 5-second for ignoring yellow flag, so he wasn't supposed to overtake Stevie. Not sure what that was about. Conducted holding up the pack a bit. We are going green flag, he puts the pedal to the floor. We are back to racing here at Suzuka. Conducted gets off to a decent start, but JSC Arthur is gaining with straight line speed behind. It will not be enough to overtake into turn 1 though. And Arthur goes really wide. Shots does too. Rowdy TJ Boy is going to take mad advantage of this one. He will not be close enough though. Seeing anything happening behind. Do not think so. That's Sam Malicious with wing damage. Nope, never mind. That I am a bit blind. And Matrix is getting by Abdul F1 and has done so. Yellow Sector 1. Not sure what for. And that's very close between Abdul and CJ. Abdul does have wing damage. Maybe he collided with Evil Matrix as he was going through. And that is Sam Malicious around. Sector 1's been a killer all race. Going fully, so I think move on Dark Strider. Will not come to fruition though. And that is big. Abdul F1 into the barrier now of the race. And same with the Haas. Magic Ram does the same exact thing as Abdul F1 did ahead. Into the wall out of the hairpin. That was a major spot of spinning and qualifying as well. That's a VSC. Lap 5, we've already seen a full course yellow and a VSC. The safety car frequency needs to be toned down by quite a bit. And Commentator just wants to get away from JSR they're behind already and just run away with it. He just wants to get going and get racing. I think it might be going already, unless Conductor's just going a bit later or earlier than others. Nope, it is still out. As VSC has come in, Conductor gets a bit of a snap of oversteer. Good chance we will see some spinning up ahead. Quirky's actually held P9 ever since the safety car restart. That's Dark Strider off. That was almost a spin. Florian Foley is going to go out for P10 now. Scored a top 5 in his first ever Tier 4 start last race. Was a Tier 3 driver. He's gotten a plentiful amount of podiums in that tier. Looking to get his first one in Tier 3, or Tier 4, excuse me. And as it stands right now, he will not be gaining that podium, as he's struggling to get by 10th place to Dark Strider. Florian has closed in really close on Dark Strider. Going to left-hander, Strider goes very late on the brakes, compromises his exit a bit, and Florian's going to gain a ton on that. Dark Strider did gain on Crookie with that, though, so we could see an overtake for P9 even. And we are going to see a battle for the lead as it seems right now. JSC Arthur gaining on conducted MP as DRS is enabled. Going into turn 1, we will not see an overtake. Dark Strider really close to the back of Crookie, but Florian's also really close to the back of Dark Strider, as Petra sees this new fast lap of the race is the 132.962. And at turn 1, Crookie will go very wide, but he will cut across Dark Strider in time and will keep P9 for at least a few more corners. And Crookie does half spin, and he will not save it. He'll collect Florian Foley. Crookie into the wall. That's going to put Emerald Meister up to P10. And Matrix has spun off too. I think someone else has spun. Evil Matrix is spinning again. Patrick VC, new fast lap. Sutter just spun. Matrix spins again. Breaks his wing. Chaos. Just as I predicted. Which isn't a hard thing to predict in Tier 4. Going back to the battles up front though. We are seeing Crispy Hang lagging a good bit though. Crispy Hang does get the better exit. Then Karate TJ Boy. He will not be close enough for a move though. I think Conducted is starting to pull away from its shop. I think the only thing keeping him in contention is DRS. Yellow Sector 1 is a Haas around it is Magic Ram. Yep, it is. Conducted MPA with new fast up the 132.218. Actually, Crispy Hang breaks that record with the 132.058. And there will be no overtakes into turn 1. And Florian Foley will pit for, I assume, a new front wing after his collision with Crookie, who spun in front of him. This might be where the race starts to neutralize a bit. I have a feeling. And, oh, I thought Crispy went off for a minute. Rowdy TJ Boy did clip the grass a bit there, though. And Crispy will gain on him, but won't be enough for an overtake. Yellow Sector 2, that is Magic Ram again. GSR Arthur caught up a good bit to its shot, but compromises exit and loses again to him. Oh, that's Crispy Hang. Oh, that was a big snap of Overseer. He got that one corrected in time and saved it. That is a, I don't know, that's Sam Malicious around back there. Who just pitted. Yep, it is. He's sitting in the gravel trying to get out. Warren Foley will not be able to overtake him there, though. But Crispy with that save. I thought he had that car lost. I thought he was going in the barrier. Emerald Mice says cops it off Tory of Dark Strider. Dark Strider is a very aggressive driver, so you could very well see some great defending by him as Arthur sits new fast left in the 131.072. It's shot going for a lead and conducting MPA. And a bit of contact actually. May not be wing damage for conducted. No, conducted going for a switchback. They'll remain side by side going into turn 2. They will not though. And just that little bit faster. I think it's another car around the back, but I'm focusing on the battle for a lead. Valley TJ Boy. That's JSC Arthur has gone off. That was the Sector 1. The one time I didn't pay attention to a car spun in Sector 1 is probably the most major one of the race so far. His tires are going to be absolutely gone. And CJ has spun off too. Dark Star gaining. There's so many drivers that shouldn't be in the points right now. Just doing so well. And if this is not its shot stay, then I don't know what will. Its shot. Arthur my picks. Arthur has spun off. SL 2. That's Arthur again. I thought he had this podium on lock. He was one of my picks. Does not seem like today his hopes that race 1 will come to fruition. Crispy Hang does get passed by Stevie Cat, but Conducted is remaining with its shot though, so I wouldn't exactly count Conducted out yet. Yellow Sector 1, I'm not sure for whom that would be. I don't know, that was almost full course. Conducted will go into the pits for, I assume, either new mediums or hards, but trying the one stop, but this will leave its shots out in the lead for just that little bit longer. And Rally TJ Boy and Crispy Hang are not battling. Rally TJ Boy goes into the pits, Conducted going for a one-stop strategy on new hards. Where will Rally TJ Boy go? TJ will go on the new hards as well. I assume Arthur will do the same thing after his spin. And new front wing 2, Yellow Sector 2, that is an Alfa Romeo. Might have been Matrix, it was. He's going very slowly there. But Crispy and Stevie Cat, 2 Ferraris still continuing the battle. I think Crispy is a lot better in the corners, but on the straights, I think Stevie just pulls away. Cookie also pits for new hards, going for the one stop. This is currently the only a gap on track that is under a second right now. On the straights, you could see Crispy being put in an overtake. And Stevie using up every little last bit of ERS he has. But Crispy just has that little bit more and will have the advantage on the straight this time. Yellow Sector 1, that is... someone's retired. Evil Matrix retired in the pit lane. Crispy is going to have DRS going on to the front straight. And he will have DRS, but he's going to go into the pits for new hards. At least I assume new hards. I assume Dark Stride and Rational Wizard will be doing the same thing. Dark Stride will stay at one more lap, actually. We'll see where this puts Crispy Hang out, too. They'll put him up behind Conducted MPA, who's performed a successful undercut, as it seems. And Crispy will be ahead of FaZe. And just had a Rally TJ Boy too. So it has worked out good for Crispy hang with the overcut. Arthur will get past Rational Wizard, who goes into the pit. It's a matter of when It's Shot and CV Cat are going to pit, which I assume it shouldn't be too long until the 3 pit. Which those 3 would be Shot, CV, and Dark Strider. I assume this lap, at least one of them are going to go into the pits. He's in all the Kirby can. Going into the pit lane, he does go into new tires. Crispy actually went into new mediums. I only just realized. Stevie Cat will go one more lap on this 10-lap old softs. What will Dark Strider do? Yellow Sector 1, that is an AlphaTauri. He's gotten that all centered up and cleaned up though. And his teammate Dark Strider will go into the pit lane from P4. Florian fully close to the back of Rational Wizard. Rational Wizard is a lagged out car. Yellow Sector 2, that is... I don't know who that would be. I think it was Crookie or Sam Malicious. And Crookie does get hit a bit. Will we see a collision going into this corner here? Oh, nearly. It's getting very close between these two. Going on to the back straight. We are seeing... He's not putting in the overtake though, which really confuses me because he has 80% battery. That is... Oh, that was too close for comfort. That could have definitely been a very bad collision there. Crookie getting the cross a bit, and he'll hit the back of him. Sam Malicious does not have any wing damage, I don't think, though. As Crookie goes into the pit lane. Not sure for what. Yellow Sector 2, someone else has spun as well. I think they've already got it cleared up, though. Maista went in 2-lap old hards, getting on Dark Strider's pit for brand new mediums. It's Shot. Did he get overcut by Conducted MPA? Conducted is ahead of him. But the current race leader since Stevie Cat pits is GSR CJ Pants. Last weekend's winner at Canada has taken the lead. Now TJ Boy is actually caught back up to Crispy Hagen though, who Crispy is actually overcut just earlier in the race. As we've about reached the halfway point, this order could change in a split second with the safety car. Yellow Sector 1, that is someone around. Right as I say it, as Stevie Cat. Stevie Cat's out. That is big for this race. As Crookie gets a penalty for colliding with It's Shot somehow. That's actually Magic Ram going off right when the safety car comes out. On through the old hards. But I'm not sure how the blue flag car collided with the lead lap car. And CV Cat's streak of bad finishes are going to continue today. And it's going to be a P16 DNF. Well, this changes this entire race. I don't see why CJ wouldn't pit. I could see CJ maybe going on brand new mediums, depending on how much he has, and that's similar just to the penalty for speeding in the pit lane. What will we see CJ do, though? Will he pit? Will he stay out? He will pit. I'm assuming FaZe and AI back there will also pit, too. What tires will CJ go on? He's going to go on brand new mediums. He's going to take those to the end of the race. This is going to be the safety car is a huge advantage for him as Crookie gets the 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And Magic Girl will pit too after going off right when the safety car came out. This changes a lot in this race. CJ's going to come out P3. This race has changed quite a amount. And Rowdy has to let CJ by, who just came out of the pit lane. Oh, we're seeing a stack up here. I know exactly what's happening. Both of them are getting illegal overtakes right now. One of them's got to take the penalty. And TJ will lose 2 spots from that. And I'm assuming TJ will be taking a penalty for that by the game. And so will Crispy as well. I do not think they did though. Maybe the game registered those cars as stopped, which they definitely were. So maybe the game just called it good. We'll look at everything right here so far. Dark Strider started P19. He is P6. Probably going to be going to the end of those medium tires. He's had his pit stop perfectly with the safety car. Quickie started P20. He is already in P14 right now. Was running P9 at one point before spinning himself out in the S's. I believe the most spots gained would belong to Dark Strider. And it would be 13 spots gained for a AlphaTauri driver. Having a good race right now. Field's starting to get formed up. I think the last car we'll be waiting on would be a Williams of Sam Malicious, who's currently just coming to the exit of Sector 1. And CJ has a 5-second stop go for ignoring yellow flags. Not sure what that's all about. Maybe Rational Wizard overtook him. Wait, Dark Strider has gotten by CJ. That's 14 spots gained. That's very weird. Why is Dark Strider's moved up to P4 somehow? Crispy is lagged out, I think. And Crispy gets a 5-second stop go for colliding with Crookie. Not sure what that's all about. I think Crispy's lagged out. I can't really tell though. No, he's here. I think it's just his connection. Well, Dark Strider is in P4 and is able to go to the end on those medium tires. So we can see some good points by that AlphaTauri driver. This race gets completely flipped with the safety car. My goodness. Sam Malicious has almost cut himself back up to the field. And it will be coming in this lap, I assume the safety car will be. As Simulicious is one we're waiting on. My 2 picks for this race are currently running 2nd place and 9th place. So it would be or now 8th place. FaZe Arthur's overtaken the AI of FaZe. And the AI Rational Wizard does not get any penalties for it. Well, now I say it, the 2 Reynolds are running P2, P7. We might not be going in this lap though. Simulicious is only just starting to get up to the end of Sector 2. And yep, Arthur gets a penalty for ignoring yellow flags. He definitely was not supposed to overtake those AIs. And we will be pacing around for one more lap as we have for Simulicious to get caught back up. And Crookie with his 5-second stock over ignoring yellow flags. I'm not sure how many penalties Crookie has now. He definitely has a good few though. I'll check Crookie's time penalties. Crookie has 3. He served one of them right when we pit last. I will look at the leaders right now. Conducted, nothing. Shot has a 5-second time penalty and a warning. Rowdy has nothing since he served his 5-second. And Dark Strider has nothing. So as it stands, the Dark Strider's originally P3. And Crispy P4, etc, etc. Sam Malicious is caught up now, so it'll be 100% coming in this lap. This is going to be an amazing points day for Mercedes. CJ originally came out P3 coming out of the pit lane, but there was a bit of confusion when it came to illegal overtakes in their safety car. So it really should be first and third for Mercedes right now. It's going to be good points day for Renault too, with second and seventh as well. As we're gearing up to get restarted again, get to the MPA. Just hoping to get away from the Renault that is sitting behind him on fresher mediums. And this restart's going to be chaos, especially for the people in the back that are scrambling for every position they can get. There's no reason for the safety car not to come in this lap. And I assume it will be any time now. They'll call it here in a second. And safety car is coming in this lap. Connected MPA will have complete control of this restart. We'll expect to go right off the bat, right when he's able to gas on the throttle and go. Or will he hold it up like he did last time? He just wants to get going. Passing the pit lane, projecting MPA will lead him back to the green flag. 11 laps remaining in the race. Rowdy TJ Boy in the Williams, maybe trying something, but was not at the finish line yet. So he could not make that move. Shot going very wide. Rowdy's going to try to get to the inside. The gap was not there. CJ going to the inside of Magic Ram, which was a lapped car. And that's Meista and Patch going side by side. Patch can run into the back of him as Patch's front wing a bit gone. And Patch is a championship contender, so that's definitely going to take him off just a bit. That's Patch going off now. Will not spin it though. Sam Malicious nearly does though. Going back to the front now. Crispy Hang trying to get past back Dark Strider. Just was not close enough though. And hits the back of him. Is there any wing damage here? I cannot tell because of Crookie's AI or Crookie's car. Who is being waved blue flags currently too. CJ trying to make his wins back to back. Not being held up by the Dark Strider ahead of him. Seems people have settled in. It's Shot getting on this back straight right now. This race has been completely controlled by these two. That's Shot and conducting MPA. As we go to 10 laps to go. Remember, any safety cars can still come out. This race still can completely change. As we're heading on to lap 18. No DRS, but going into turn 1, we're going to see both these in overtake. It's just a matter of sheer setups and pace now. Shot will not be close enough. Patrick Graham going a bit off during his battle with Crookie. Patch is in touch with Meista ahead after his collision in the S's. Dark Strider holding up Crispy Hang considerable amount right here. Crispy just wanting to get by already. Just cannot though. Yeah, sector 1, I don't know who that would be spinning it around. That would be, I think that was Magic Ram. He's had a few excursions off the track. The race, and that's Crispy with a maneuver down the inside. And actually, oh, CJ tried the move too. Did not work out as well for him. Dark Strider closed the door as CJ moved down the P9. That's actually Crispy around right after getting by Dark Strider. Crispy is back down to P11 and further down the pack. And Arthur gonna try and move it, and Crispy just blocks him, or I mean Strider blocks him, excuse me. He also took 2, that's Crispy into the wall and out of the race. Into chicane, he's blocking him, into the wall, Dark Strider goes. And as Strider gone now, after a series of some appalling driving, Strider is going to be spun out with P4. As JC Arthur going to have to pit. Florian Foldy, after a plentiful amount of podiums in Tier 3, could very well see himself in P4 as just CJ gets penalized for ignoring yellow flags. But a battle for a lead, as all that chaos is still going on, coming to the end of Sector 1. Yeah, that is not a good place to make a move. Rally TJ Boy for Williams. Currently filling in for me, actually. That's actually Strider out of the session. And VSC. We will take another break once again. As I was saying, Rally TJ Boy is subbing in for me as it stands, actually. Who I have to serve a 2-race ban for my collisions during the Canadian Grand Prix. Not gonna go into detail with that kind of stuff. But yeah, Rally TJ Boy is subbing in for me. And Sam Militia is subbing for Alpay right now. Currently running P7, has had his exertions off the track too. But Sam Malicious proving that he could get a full-time Tier 4 seat right now. Conducted clipping the grass. But if Shots and Conducted get too riled up ahead of him, we could see Rowdy take this race one away. It will be his second win of the season, and the second win of the season with a completely different team. With DRS enabled and overtake. Conducted has overtake too, but he does not have DRS. Going into turn 1, we're going to see a move. He will back out of it. Maybe, no, he will not. He will not go for the move. And he'll have to stay behind Conducted for at least a few more corners. Maista maybe looking for a move ahead of Florian Foley. Does gain a considerable amount in the S's, but went very wide there. Anytime he did gain is gone. It's Shot, gained a good amount. Conducted there. Conducted's actually gone very wide. I don't know how he saved that car, but Shot is really close now. Oh, that's going to be a very bad spot to go side by side. He's going to make it work. No, he will not. There's going to be a lot of contact. Rally TJ Boy is going to try getting P2 away from Conducted, but will not get the exit he needs to take it. And Mesa with the step of oversteer coming out of the hairpin. And Conducted is losing ground. Might have actually gotten some dirt in his tires. Remember, Shaw does have a 5-second stop-go penalty. He got that, I believe, for speeding in the pit lane. So I'm not sure if that penalty will be able to be appealed. So we could see Conducted still come out with this victory. The battle for the lead could be between Conducted and Rowdy right now. But Conducted does have DRS though, so you could take this lead back. Overtake enabled, DRS enabled. Going down the front straight, lap 21, 7 laps to go, excuse me. He will not be close enough to make the move. CJ Pants will look to make one on Maista though. Is not close enough. Maista does go very wide though, CJ's going to take full advantage of this. His front wing's there, had to back out of it though as Arthur's new fast lap of the race with a 1:30.379. And Conducted is losing ground ahead. He's almost out of DRS range. It's Shot. Its Shot has not served his stop-go penalty though. And actually, it's Rowdy TJ Boy barging his way through. He knows he's faster. And Rowdy's going to barge his way through, take P2 away from Conducted. But Conducted is going to have DRS on the Williams ahead of him though. So I'm not sure if that was really a worthwhile move. Well, with that, I don't know if Conducted will get by. I'm going clipping the grass into the left-hander. But a battle for a win is going to be between Rally TJ Boy and It's Shot. At least on track it will be. Because yes, It's Shot does have a 5-second stop-go. Rowdy has already served the stop-go he has. And only just barely, Rally TJ Boy is going to be in DRS range of the Renault ahead of him. DRS will be enabled. It definitely will not be close enough for a move. But it will be enough to gain a lot of ground ahead. Conducted will not be able to take P2 back though, as Williams also had DRS as well. Maista maybe trying to take P4 away from Florian Foley. Will not happen. CJ will watch on, hoping they maybe collide. Arthur improves his fastest lap with a 1:33.74. But this is getting intense towards the end. The battle between It's Shot. Remember, the battle for the win on track is still Conducted MPA and Rowdy TJ Boy. Unless Shot started that 5-second stop going, I didn't realize. Then the battle for a win is for second place, and currently Rowdy TJ Boy is set to take his second win of the season. Yellow sector 2. Who's that for? Was that conducted? That was conducted. He is 4 seconds back from Rowdy now. He might have thrown away the chance he had at this race victory. Unless Rowdy throws it away too. Which he's fallen out of DRS range. He screwed it up majorly there. Doesn't have any wing damage. But overall, when it comes to tire life, I think Rowdy does have the advantage. Because hards will last a lot longer than mediums at this track. And mediums just don't have the durability here. Going on to the front straight, this will be the first lap in a while where these leaders will not have DRS on each other. Though he is within under a second though. Florian's closed unconducted so much now. Florian is going to have DRS for the first time in what feels like forever. Florian Foley is going to move up the P3. Take the outside. No, it's Meister actually going for the move. The double overtake in turn 1. Brilliant stuff by the McLaren driver. We have a huge pack forming here. CJ passing by his teammate. Side by side, it will not happen. That was a brilliant move by Meister, but will he keep that spot though? As CJ is going to actually, no, that's conducted around again, down to P7. Huge stuff for the championship right now. As my controller batteries are low, I pray that my controller does not die during this. As CJ is going to go for him with Florian Foley. Gap was not there though. Florian only 7/10 back from Meister ahead. Florian could still realistically get the podium away. But the win for Rally TJ Boy, I was about to say it's certain, but shot pulled away so much there. I don't know if it's going to happen. And Meister made a mistake out of the corner too. So Florian Foley is going to be comfortably in DRS range as well. And clipping the grass, it's not going to help his case at all. Into the chicane. DRS detection he's gone through, and he will have DRS on the front straight. And Meister gets a beautiful exit though. He won't be able to keep up with it. Both Foley and CJ have little ERS. As conductor goes into the pit lane for what I assume will be new soft tires. Yellow sector 3, that is Magic Ram out of the race. But that will not affect any positions as Magic Ram was behind everyone. And it's a VSC. That's going to allow Rally TJ Boy to maybe catch up a bit. Maybe Rally TJ Boy might speed it up a bit, just close the gap between him and its shot under the VSC. But he's going to take it very conservatively when it comes to staying above the delta. The gap between JSC Arthur and Patrick VC before that was actually very, very close. 7/10 back. Could see another battle on checkpoint between these two. GSR CJ Pants is currently driving for Mercedes, and Mercedes are the constructors leaders right now. And Sands, unless conducted, does get fastest lap, and it's their only hope for salvaging some points out of this horrid weekend for Mercedes. VSC's back in. Has ended at least. And Rowdy does gain a whole lot. Yellow sector 2 already. Someone's gone off. I think they got themselves cleared up very quick. Yeah, 5/10 Rowdy gained by trying to catch up its shot under the safety car. The laps are winding down, but I still think all Rowdy needs to do is stay within a few seconds as Foley and CJ going at it for P4. They are wheel to wheel in the turn 1, and Foley will go very wide. And CJ is going to go at the P4. Brilliant stuff by him. He's going to now try to chase down Emerald Meister ahead to get his second podium in a row. CJ's form in the last few races has been amazing. Arthur falling a bit behind Patrick VC. And CJ's gained a ton of Meister ahead. And Rowdy's actually lost a ton on its shot. We could see Rowdy's win slip away from him. Because all he needs to do is stay within 5 seconds. But I don't think it's happening right now. Yeah, he slipped out with the win now. Its shot is now leading on on track and due to penalties. I don't know what's happened with Rowdy's pace, but he's fallen off so much. Oh, 0.3. The gap is just ever so increasing. I don't know what's happening. Rowdy's speed up is right. He is falling back right now. No. And Rowdy is back within 5 seconds, but for how long? CJ, speaking of battles behind on track, CJ is going to have DRS on Meister, maybe take a podium away. He will not. With his little ERS, nothing's going to come out of that one. The battle for one's going to be very close. Yellow Sector 3, that is a Renault, that is Arthur. He's spun out of the final corner. And the gap between these two is less than a 1/10. Now it's over a 1/10 on track. Always with penalties, conducted with new fast lap of the race. That will be another point for Mercedes. Oh, this battle for podium is getting pretty intense now. We could see Foley and Samalicious get on. I didn't even realize Samalicious was that far up the pack. He's really done a nice recovery drive for us today. With ERS, CJ trying everything he can to get by Meister ahead, but just doesn't have enough battery. He's got to really conserve into the chicane as well. Maybe on this next straight. No, Sector 1 and 2, that is a Renault, or someone spun off. That's Arthur, with half a front wing. As expected, NPA now at 2 points. I don't know who's going to win this race, but all I know with the 5-second penalty that Schott has, this gap's going to be very close, as Schott has taken the last lap of the race. Both these two are going to be pushing like hell. CJ's going to has DRS on Meister ahead again. Will Meister go defensive and go wide? Yellow Sector 2, that is Arthur spun out again. CJ will not be close enough. But anyways, on track right now. Rowdy trying his absolute best to stay within 5 seconds of Schott ahead. Clutton improves his own fastest lap. Arthur has continued spinning out in the back right here. No front wing now. But Rowdy 2/10 back. For 2/10 ahead for the victory. Now 1/10. Oh my, I don't know. It's gonna be so close. We could see probably the closest official finish in GSR, depending on how this turns out. Arthur has retired from this session. I'll put Crooked at the P11, but P9 due to penalties since 2 cars ahead of him disconnected. 1/10. He is now out of race victory contention. He messed up majorly out of that corner. It's Schott might have just won this race with that. While coming through chicane, on track, it's Schott wins the race. It's going to be close to see who takes this. 7/10 now, it's over. Maybe not. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, it is over. By 3/10, it's Schott will take his first victory of the season at Suzuka. Meister P3, CJ P4. Actually, CJ down to P6. Florian will be P4. Samalicious in his debut P5. CJ now P6 by 1/10. Petrovisi will come across the line with P7. Dutton and MPA with the fastest lap will be P8. Phase, and then we'll be finishing, and that was Rowdy. I thought he had that win, but it just slipped away right at the end. For the sake of my controller battery, and the fact it's so close to dying, I'm not going to do interviews today. As you see, it's Schott. Isaiah celebrating the victory. Well deserved today. Took a complete advantage of JC Arthur and collected MPA's troubles. Take that victory for you. What a race we have witnessed today, guys. Let me tell you. So tomorrow we will have another Tier 3 race. It will be again at Suzuka at 2:15 p.m. Eastern, 7:15 p.m. UK. Make sure to watch that one too, because this could be probably just as much of a thriller as this one was. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I will hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.